I used to stand in my kitchen every evening staring into the fridge, and that familiar panic would rise in my chest as I wondered, what in the world am I going to make for dinner? That is meal planning fatigue, and this is the 10-minute system that killed it. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact 3-step system that takes you from dinner time panic to having more peaceful evenings with your family. This first step might seem really simple, but it's actually the thing that unlocks how the rest of your week is going to go. Instead of brainstorming from scratch every single day, you plan it once on Sunday and then you forget it for the rest of the week. And it starts with scanning what you already have. This is where a lot of people go wrong. They open up Pinterest, they get overwhelmed by 47 different chicken recipes, and they end up more confused than when they started. What actually works is working with what's already in your kitchen. I grab my notebook and I literally walk to my fridge, my freezer, and my pantry. I write down what proteins I have on hand, ground beef, chicken thighs in the freezer, any leftover rotisserie chicken. I'm not trying to be fancy, I'm just taking inventory. Then I look at the vegetables. What is about to go bad? What did I buy in bulk that needs to be used? Sweet potatoes, broccoli, bell peppers, The key here is that you're not starting from zero, you're starting from what you actually have. Instead of asking, what should I cook? You're asking, what can I make with this? When you start with what you have, you are already solving 2 problems at once. You're planning meals and you're preventing food waste, which saves money, obviously. You're working with your real kitchen. You're not working with some dream kitchen that has unlimited time and ingredients. This scan isn't meant to plan every single meal. If it shows that you have enough for 3 dinners, that means you only need to plan 4 more instead of 7. You've already cut your work in half. And here's where this becomes really practical. It forces you to be realistic about your week. If you see that you have a whole chicken that's ready to be eaten, but you know that Tuesday is packed with activities, you're not going to plan that meal for Tuesday. You'll save it for a day when you actually have time to do a little bit more cooking. I spend about 3 to 5 minutes on this, max. I write everything down so that I can see it clearly. And then before I plan a single meal, I check my calendar intentionally. If I see appointments, parties, travel in one week, I already know meals need to stay really simple. At this point, I know exactly what I'm working with, what I already have. I'm not guessing. I'm not opening the fridge and hoping something appears. Once that scan is done, the rest takes almost no mental energy and very little time. And this next part is why. And if you want help building more rhythms like this that bring structure and peace to your home, I created a free masterclass that walks you through building simple systems like this step by step. You can grab that down below. Now that you know what you're working with, it's time to turn those ingredients into actual meals. And this is where most people way overcomplicate things. They think that every night needs to be special and Pinterest worthy, new, and that's not realistic. It's not sustainable. So what has made things a whole lot more simple for me is that I keep a list in my notebook of about 20 to 30 meals that my family actually eats. They're not meals that I wish they would eat. They're not meals that look amazing online. They are meals that get consistently eaten in the Mefford home. These meals follow basic patterns. There's a protein plus vegetable plus starch, or soup and bread, or pasta plus a sauce plus protein. So I look at my scan and then I start matching. Do I have some ground beef and bell peppers? I might make that a taco night. Or chicken thighs and sweet potatoes, sheet pan dinner. The ingredients I already have are helping guide me and telling me what to cook. And here's what really helped me. I stopped trying to make every night special. Again, some nights are just Tuesday, and Tuesday needs food and not a gourmet experience. I keep different lists in my notebook just to make it easier for me to look at and pick. Example, crock-pot meals, soups, simple dinners. I also have a couple of lists of breakfast and lunch ideas if I'm wanting to get a little fancier, but on Sunday evenings, I am planning dinners only. So when I'm planning dinners, I'm also thinking about energy and time. If Monday is packed, again, I will pick an easy win. If Wednesday is more open, maybe I'll choose something that takes a little bit longer. I spend about 5 minutes on this step. And when I'm done, I know exactly what we're eating every single night. I'm making 7 decisions once instead of 1 stressful decision every single day at 5 o'clock. Now comes the part that saves the most time during the week. You turn those meals into a shopping list. immediately so that you can get everything that you need in one trip whenever you make that shopping trip. So I will walk through each meal mentally, and this is easy for me to do because again, these are recipes that I'm pretty familiar with, and then I'll write down only what I actually need. I'm not gonna write down olive oil or garlic powder. I'm writing down chicken thighs if I need to buy more, or broccoli or whatever. And then I will organize my list by store layout. So produce together, meat together, pantry items together. And so that way when I walk into the store, I can move through it like a map, especially if I am very familiar with that store's layout. I can even group it by aisles or general areas of the store. And then I load. I will either go right away or I'll place a grocery pickup order while it's fresh in my mind. Once that's done, I don't think about groceries again all week. Everything is decided, everything is handled, and it's done. It's great. So here's a little bonus tip. There are going to be weeks when life falls apart or things are more intense, like first trimester, postpartum, or just overwhelming seasons, sickness, you name it. That's when I actually switch to my survival mode meal list. And it's really similar. Everything's very similar to what I've already said. But the only difference is that this list only has about 10 to 15 meals that I'm going to rotate through. It's minimal prep, and they're ingredients that I usually have on hand. So they're really simple, like tacos, spaghetti, rice and lentils, eggs and toast, you name it. When life is intense, this is the only list that I use. But the key is having it ready before you need it. This is why it works. You're not making dinner decisions every day at 5 p.m. anymore. You've already decided. 3 steps, 10 minutes on Sunday, and peaceful evenings when dinner does not steal your energy or your sanity. If you want help building more rhythms like this that bring peace to your home, I created a free masterclass that will walk you through building those step by step. You can grab that down below. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you in the next one.